Hi Gemini, welcome back to the channel. So, quick disclaimer, as I always do, these are general, it may or may not resonate. There's no time date on them, and of course, at the end of the day, always go with your own intuition, and even if what I'm saying resonates, you should be the one making the final decisions in your life, but you already know this, so let's get started. Let's see what we can get for the Geminis this week. Mouse. Whoa, did not expect that for you guys. So, right off the bat, there's something that I think it's been bothering you because you're right. And I know how cocky that sounds, but hear me out. You know when, I think you'll get this, when you pick up little micro details and eventually it's almost like there's a collection in your mind and they've all sort of been put into one. And you're like, okay, I have a cluster of data here, data points that I've observed. I have no proof that they correlate to anything, but I have a feeling they do. It's like that, and you're right, they do. Because you wouldn't get, what's one of the things they say in data where you wouldn't get, a group of data points if there wasn't something to look at. You wouldn't get a cluster of them if there was no correlation. I just don't think you know exactly what that correlation is yet. I think you have a hypothesis. I think you're like, I think I know what's going on here, but I have no solid evidence. And let's see where you're heading. Okay, Frog and Phoenix. So, did not expect that. Whatever it is that you've caught on to something. You've definitely caught on to something, Gemini, because you're quick. You guys are so quick. And I think sometimes Geminis, you guys get labeled as crazy, but you're not crazy. I think you're just ahead of it in a lot of ways. And with Frog and Phoenix, there's something that I'm hearing it now is just gonna come crashing down. You can see all the imagery, the water falling, the phoenix falling. There's this falling thing that's happening this week with you guys. Okay, Hummingbird. Did not expect that for the subconscious of the situation. Jeez, okay. So I think what's happening this week, whatever you've caught on to, Gemini, I'm almost hearing you hold the string that can pull everything apart. So if you really went for it, you sort of investigated this a little more, easily you're gonna find, the string that unweaves everything, or I guess a better way to describe it would be like a Jenga tower. If you pull the right Jenga thing, the whole tower comes crumbling down. And I think that's what you're doing this week. Because Geminis, you guys do not shy away from stirring the pot. That's why I love you guys so much. You guys, yeah. Too many cards. I just need one more card for the center. Okay. Fire ant. What did I say? You guys have no problem stirring the pot. You have no problem sort of poking the bear. And I love you guys for it. That's super brave. But this week, whatever it is, it's so Gemini. You guys are so smart. You've somehow positioned yourself in a way that when this comes crumbling down, when you finally decide to sort of pull the plug or expose something or whatever this is, whenever you decide to do that, it's like you've set yourself up in a way that you're gonna win from this. And with Owl, you're also leaving this situation with a lot more knowledge and experience than you did when you started, right? So with the Mouse card, as I said, you've noticed the tiny details. You've noticed things that other people haven't noticed. If you haven't seen the movie, The Big Short, I really recommend it. It's I'm picking up on those vibes right now where The Big Short is pretty much about the stock market crash and how that sort of happened for America. And one thing they say is the guys who saw it coming, they were looking where no one else was looking, right? It was very, you know, if you were in that business and you looked in the right places, you would have been able to sort of put the pieces together, right? And that's what I'm seeing. You have been the person that's been watching. You've been collecting your data. You know, I always say this, it's a TikTok, but it's one of my favorite ones. It's like, I just sit back and observe. That is what you have to do, and that is what you've been doing. So I don't know if this is, you know, perhaps you are working for a company and you can sense that the company's going under, right? So you might have signed a contract or gotten out early, something like that. And with fire ant in the center, it's a hot topic, you know? It's the heat's being turned up. If you're still in this situation, I think you know you have to get out as soon as possible, or yeah, there's some sense of scurrying, scattering, quiet talk around the office, kind of. It's, yeah, I can just feel it. You're very on edge from this because I think you know you have to get out. It's I'm just seeing the movie title from Jordan Peele's movie. It's like, Get Out, Gemini. As much as you could stay and stir the pot a little more, I wouldn't, because you have your cluster of information, you know, you have those data points, you know where this is heading, right? The person I'm speaking to, you know what's about to happen, you know there is some shady stuff going down, like I can feel it even as the reader. This whole thing seems sus. And whatever it is, you know, it could be a person, you know, this could easily be red flags cheating or red flags not ready for a relationship, those kinds of things. But it does also feel a little corporate. It does feel, yeah, just businessy. There's this sense of, even if it is romantic, there's this very, you know, Godfather, Michael Corleone, Vito Corleone. It's like, it's strictly business. It's not personal. There's not a lot of emotion here, I have to be honest. This is very, very cutthroat, very surgeon. It feels like a surgeon doing surgery at this point. Yeah, you're getting out. Fish is the subconscious. You're just swimming away, and you're swimming away with some type of bounty. So I don't know what it is, Gemini. You guys are super smart, so it doesn't surprise me. It's like you've, as I said earlier, you've somehow put yourself in a winning situation within what seems to be a ticking time bomb. That's the best way to put it. You've somehow positioned yourself strategically so that it's not even if, it's like when this thing comes crashing down or when this thing blows up, you somehow are not damaged. There's no collateral from your point. There's like genius, Gemini, chef's kiss, genius. I don't know how you've done this. Especially with the owl crowning it. Now you're, not only are you leaving the situation with more than you went into it with, but you're not affected by the demise of it or the complete just catastrophe that's going to be left behind for it. It's badass, Gemini. Like, respect. Whatever you've done this week, just respect. I don't even know what else to say, Gem. It's just, you guys really have outsmarted, or yeah, I think that's it. You guys have outsmarted the situation. Whatever it is, you guys there's no other way to say it. You guys have outsmarted the situation, strategically placed yourself, and by the end of the week, you're coming out a winner. Not only a winner, but untouched, you know? Bad vibes get off of me. There's untouchable this week, Gemini, just untouchable. 360-degree view of the whole situation, you know? The same way an owl can turn its neck around. Same thing this week. You guys are seeing everything, seeing both sides like Chanel and all that fun stuff. You guys just, you got it this week. I almost just want to start clapping, like, round of applause. So I think I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in next week's video. Bye, guys.